The $1 Million Quartet currently has 3 showtimes a week at the Playhouse Dinner Theater over at Shepherd of the Hills. And joining us now is one of the stars of the show, Matt Joyce. Matt, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. It's been a beautiful day.
Yes. So let's just start with this. For those that are unfamiliar, what exactly is the $1 Million Quartet?
So the $1 Million Quartet, I'm Sam Phillips. So he's the father of rock and roll. So you guys know Elvis, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yes.
Carl Perkins not well known as much, but he was Blue Suede Shoes.
Okay.
So he found these guys. He went out searching far and wide. He would let anybody record a record for $4. And you can come in, anybody, anytime, anywhere was his slogan. And he would put a song on both sides. So if you had $4, you can come in and record anything you wanted.
Yeah, $4.
So, right?
Yeah, man, you can come in and sing, baby. I bet you can sing. But so he found those guys because he opened up the availability for anybody, poor, rich, any color. It doesn't matter who you was. You can come in, and that was Sam Phillips' legacy.
I did not know that story.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. So what does the show really explore then?
So the cool thing about this, so you get to meet each one of these guys, and they set up a scenario of how Sam Phillips met these guys. So every one of my boys, they started right here. And they've been blessed this past year with success beyond our wildest imagined. And so he goes through each one of them, and you get to meet them. They're singing. There's a lot of rock and roll, but there's also the acting. So it's a Broadway show, Tony Award-winning Broadway show, and it's all the way back here in Branson. They take tours around the country, but it really lets you inside of kind of the beginnings of everything rock and roll. And it was a short time frame from 1950 to 1960. When the age changed over, we went to the Beach Boys.
Yeah, that's right.
So
this is a history lesson.
It's a history lesson, and it really happened. So there's a famous picture called the $1 Million Quartet, but the boys are sitting around the piano, and Elvis's girlfriend from Vegas, which we call her Diane in this show, she's sitting on the end of the piano, and you get to see, wow, in the show it shows up, and there it is, the picture. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, it was real. So it is a history lesson.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, you've been playing the role of Sam Phillips, is that right?
Yeah.
What's this been like for you?
I was on the road doing Elvis for years. So I traveled.
I could see that.
I could see that too. I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
Played Beale Street, played in Memphis. And so when I got the chance to be the father of rock and roll, Sam Phillips, Sun Studios in Memphis, Tennessee, I was like, look, I wasn't even an actor, man. These guys came in, they were playing roles. They were like, you've got to be in this show. And so they kind of pulled me in and developed me into it. And I'm just so honored to portray the guy who started that sound, the slapback. He was the one that made the slapback echo on those voices, made a chamber in his room. So for me, it's like it's a very eye-opening, a heartfelt. He loses everybody. He sells Elvis, but he loses contracts for Johnny Cash and Carl Perkins. They leave him to go to Columbia, and he's left busted. But he's got this new kid, Jerry Lee Lewis, and you don't know it, but then everybody does know it.
Sure.
He made Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah.
So where he thought he was done, he actually got to keep on going forward. And but it only lasted for just a small amount of time, and then Sun Records was over, and the sound was gone.
Yeah. So in addition to the story, we're also going to get to hear a lot of hits that we would recognize.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hear Hound Dog, and you're gonna hear Blue Suede Shoes, and you're gonna hear Fever. Elvis's girlfriend, she comes in and she sings Fever. She's from Vegas and she knows the scene. So she comes in with some wisdom for Sam Phillips when it's all done and busted. So it's a really big story, and they wrap it up in an hour and 45-minute no intermission show.
Yeah.
And you're like the fly on the wall. You're watching these guys play.
Yeah.
Man, it's like you're there that day when it all happened and shut down.
Now, the other amazing thing about all this is also a dinner theater. So tell us about that part of the experience.
All right, so you come in at 4:30, the doors open, and they go ahead and start seating, and you get pulled pork, smoked chicken, they got potato soup, they got a salad, green beans. They serve you, tea, lemonade, sweet tea, whatever you want. So you get
dinner,
to eat.
show, history. How can people find you online?
TheShepherdoftheHills.com.
Okay.
So you can go in there and you can get your tickets, and make sure you get them, man, because they're gonna load up.
That's right.
Sounds like an amazing show. Thanks so much for
Matt,
being
thanks
here.
for being here. We
Thank y'all
appreciate
for
it.
having us. Appreciate
All right. Well, coming up on Ozarks Live, we have a friend.